Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Sneaker Stories. As always, I'm your host Chris Jack. Today we're checking out an exciting new release from Nike, this time in the collaboration form between CLOT and the brand itself on the Air Force One satin joints. Without further ado, let's check them out. Alright, so this wasn't a shoe that I was actually planning on getting for my own collection. It turns out I didn't get my size anyway, so that's why there is no on foot in this particular review. But I'm going to give you a pretty good rundown over the shoe itself because it is really impressive in hand. So these released globally, at least here in South Africa at Shelf Life Store on Monday the 11th of November for a price point of a rather steep 4,100 Rand. So that was also part of the reason why I wasn't really in a rush to go out and get these, especially considering it's not something I would generally wear on foot myself. But that said, that doesn't mean that it's not a good shoe. In fact, it's an incredible shoe, at least in hand here, and the materials, the quality, and all of that kind of stuff with this particular pair, I've just been blown away by. Now, as mentioned in the intro of the review, this is actually the third version that CLOT has brought out with the Air Force One and Nike. And the first one actually dropped around 2009 and it looked like that. And then last year we saw a white iteration of this, which I think is actually the best out of all of these, which looked like that. So this year's version of the collaboration has come in a royal blue colorway in terms of the upper, white midsole, and then this awesome pop in the gum outsole of the shoe. But what makes this CLOT collaboration so awesome is that it's actually hiding another colorway underneath the top silk layer in the upper. Now, if you guys are wondering what it looks like underneath, it looks like this. I did have all intentions of basically ripping the shoe apart if I got it in my own size, just for you guys right here on Sneaker Stories. However, couldn't get my own size. I've already promised these to a friend of mine, so don't exactly want to ruin them just before he gets them. Alright, so just to get into the details of the shoe and just to focus on the upper because that's just the most exciting part of this whole shoe. As mentioned, that is a woven silk material and it has got a whole bunch of embroidery details on it, nodding its head to Chinese culture, which wraps into the toe box. The quality, the material on it is really, really exquisite on here. They've done a really good job with that. Moving up into the laces, you've got a solid blue lace debray here, which has got Air Force One and the year 82 written on it. And then just above that, in the factory laces, these do come standard laced with blue waxy flat laces, and they do have these grey or almost a silvery color aglets on the end. Further to that, they do also give you a second set of laces which are grey with blue aglets on it, just in case you want to change it up and lighten it up on top of the shoe. The tongue itself is a flat leather. It feels really, really good to the touch. And then on the top of that, you've got the tongue tag right here, which has just got the Nike Air logo, but also done in that embroidered silk vibe. And then swinging around to the heel section of the shoe, you've got the Nike Air logo, and that's been embroidered in a white, and that is on both of the shoes. And flipping inside the shoe, the sock liner and the reverse of the tongue are done in a perforated flat leather. This quality looks really, really awesome as well. From an insole perspective, they've kept these majority blue just to match up with the rest of the shoe. You do have the Nike logo with the CLOT logo done over that, and then the reverse on the other side. And just to show you the boxes, I was really blown away when I got these in hand. This is a basic Nike sportswear box with a whole bunch of twists to it. Basically ties into the whole theme of those embroidered icons that you can see on the shoe. And then you've got a spot varnish done on the Nike logo with the swoosh on top of the box as well. Then opening it up, CLOT's gone as far as to include those graphics on the tissue paper of the shoe. So really just cementing the collaboration through each element of this particular release. So that's pretty much it for these Air Force Ones from Nike and CLOT. If you guys do want to get a pair of these, they were exclusive to Shelf Life Store here in South Africa, and they are long time sold out, unfortunately. So you all have to look to the resale market, places like Cape Kicks, Court Order, and the likes like that, if you do want to get a pair, of course. From a sizing perspective, from what I've seen, I would just recommend that you take your usual standard Air Force One size. For me, that's at least a half size down, sometimes even a full size down, which is just my feet. But if you don't know what that is, then as always, you can try on a standard general release pair and then just take your same size from there. But that's it for the review of the Air Force One CLOT Blue Silk. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you do have any further questions, please drop them in the comments below. Otherwise, if you are new around here, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right here. Trying to grow the channel as quickly as possible since moving on to YouTube from Instagram. If you guys haven't found us on Instagram yet, here's the handle over here. It would be great to see you guys over there as well. But that's it from me. I'll catch you on the next one.